welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. Today we'll be covering the Manchester United v Brentford game at home at Old Trafford. And yeah, hopefully we can pick up 3 points, which we have failed to do in what feels like an eternity. We've got a starting 11 of Onana in goal following his mistake against Galatasaray that essentially cost us the 3 points in the group and put us in a very precarious position. We've got a centre-back partnership of Maguire and Evans, which, I'm sure people are happy to see again. And we've also got Lindelof at left back and Dalot at right back, although they could switch over because I know Lindelof has played at right back and Dalot this season has obviously played at left back as well. Varane injured. He's got a small knock from the reports that I'm seeing with on the interwebs. I'm seeing that Varane's got a slight knock, so it's nothing major, but again, it's just, it never stops for us at the moment, does it? If I haven't actually had a chance to look at the bench, let's just have a quick look here. Because who is on the bench if this is our starting 11? Do we have any defenders on the bench? No, we don't have a single defender on the bench. So should any of our defenders get injured, then we are absolutely, we're not in good shape if one of our defenders gets injured. I'll say that. We've got no defenders on the bench. And, I mean, McTominay maybe could do a job there, but bloody hell. Okay. We've also got Casemiro as the holding midfielder with Amrabat. I believe Amrabat will play a bit further up. This could be a 4-2-3-1 with Casemiro and Amrabat on the same level as each other, with Mount further ahead in the cam position. But I think we'll stick with a 4-3-3 and Amrabat will just go a bit slightly more forward than Casemiro. Mount stays on the side. Rashford stays on the side. Højlund obviously going to stay on the side after his performance against Galatasaray. And yeah, Fernandes, from the looks of it, appears to be staying on the right wing. Again, this could be a 4-4-2 with a diamond, but yeah, I don't think Ten Hag's going to keep switching back and forth from the diamond to 4-3-3. I think he wants to actually solidify something. So yeah, hopefully he can do that today. Local noob. We need at least 2 new centre-backs as good as Varane. He is as much, if not more, than injury-prone. Yep. He plays 2 games and then is gone for a month, rinse and repeat. Yeah, I think if we can get 30 mil from the Saudis for Varane, then it would be a miracle. At this point, it doesn't matter if you're quality when you play and leadership and all of this stuff. Like, you need to be available, and Varane just isn't that. So just add it onto the list of a list of problems that we've got at the moment. I did see reports that Ten Hag was looking to sign a first choice centre back. I don't know if that was for January or next summer. My guess would be for next summer, because yeah, I don't think he's going to have any funds to to buy anyone in January. You sure? I would have gone Casemiro and Maguire centre backs with Amrabat and Mount in midfield. I don't know if Casemiro can play centre back. So like, if he was isolated on a counter attack from Brentford rather, then Casemiro, he could get found out pretty easy, to be honest, at centre back. I don't think he's capable of playing there. Ilmi, hello, nice to see you, man. One of Ilmi, Jehan and Suhan, admin's angels. Good to see you. How are my favourite people feeling today? Will we lose again or no? Well, Ilmi, you're from the future, so you can tell us what you think's going to happen. But yeah, guys, get your score predictions in the chat. I hope we can get a win. It feels like it's been a very long time since we've actually got to celebrate anything. Man, it's painful. Ilmi's going 2-0. Local noob. We either win 1-0 or lose 3+. No, okay. 5-0, says Suhan. That's what we like to see. 3-1 Brentford. Jayhan, come on, man. Don't do me like this. We got to keep the positive energy up because it's worked for us so far this season. Maybe if we all just predict Brentford to win, then United will actually win, because so far we've not been the most accurate. To be honest, it feels like it's Groundhog Day, because I'm not going into the match with a bunch of confidence. Like, we all know where our weaknesses are. We've got Maguire and Evans as a centre-back partnership, which we haven't seen since, what, was it Arsenal? Or maybe them two would have been playing together at the later stages of another game, but it's like watching a car crash in slow motion at the moment. Like, there's nothing you can do to stop it, but you just know it's going to be painful watching it. So hopefully they can prove us wrong. Jayhan, I'm sorry, but these four at the back are going to kill us, yeah. Well, we have no defenders on the bench, so if any of these lot get injured, then it's just... This is when you go all-out attack on FIFA. But then... But then our attack haven't really impressed either, so we're just weak all over the pitch. But we'll try not to complain. Let's keep the positive vibes going, and yeah. I think I saw a stat earlier that Brentford have never scored a goal at Old Trafford in the Premier League, may I add. So they'd be creating history today if they managed to do that, which is great. Good for them. Suhan, you obviously were 5-0 United or 5-0 Brentford. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised with that centre-back partnership. Jayhan, the one goal would be the Delos script. No, don't. If you mention Delos, don't mention Delos Screamer, otherwise Mackenzie's going to pop up in this chat. And the 3 goals would be each mistakes and customary Delo mistake as well. You know, the problem is Delo actually tends to have good games against the likes of like Brentford or, I don't know, these mid-table kind of fixtures, which then tricks people to thinking, oh yeah, Delo's actually mint, isn't he? Yeah, he's actually a pretty good player. I mean, we should give him more chances. And then he plays against the top teams, just has an absolute stinker, and then it's just the cycle of Delo. Ilmi, I am positive as Evans it's on, and I am confident for that. So another broken record on the way. Yep. We love to break our records here. Is Varane injured? He's got a small knock from reports. Which, yeah. Great. things you love to see. Okay, so I'm just going to read you out some pre-match insights, guys. Manchester United have won 3 of their 4 Premier League meetings with Brentford, beating them in both home games without conceding a goal. Brentford have lost their last 5 away games against Manchester United in all competitions, a run that spans between 1939 and 2023. Their last win was in February 1937 a 3-1 victory. Okay, so it's approaching 100 years since Brighton's last. Sorry, I keep saying Brighton. Since Brentford's last away game win against Manchester United. Okay, so we'd be okay. Manchester United have lost back-to-back home Premier League games, as many defeats as in their previous 34 at Old Trafford. They've not lost 3 on the bounce on home soil in league competition since February 1979. Guys, the stats are in our favour, so surely we're going to win. It doesn't matter that we've got Maguire, Evans, Lindelof, and Delo as our back four, with Onana in net. Genuinely, like the back five, this is probably the weakest back five other than Onana in net. If we're going to argue that the second choice keeper isn't better than him, the back four is possibly the weakest back four that we could have played this season. Is it not? Helpful TikTok finds. Brentford's nothing special. We lose every week. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the Man United scores, but we're not really impressing at the moment. So today is the day that we will break a lot of records. As Suhan said, hashtag record breakers. That's what we're all about. That's what we're here for. Making history every day. United. Rayhan, we aren't playing possession as it seems. If we do, it's a dumb play by Ten Hag. We are going to try and play possession-based football. I don't see how. Yeah, we're not gonna sit back and counter at home against Brentford, surely. I've put a 4-3-3 up, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ten Hag's gone with a 4-4-2 with a diamond in midfield, because against Brighton at home, we played extremely well in that first 25 minutes until they caught us on the counter. So it would make me think that Ten Hag wants to do a similar thing here. Brentford aren't really as strong as Brighton. So, yeah, I think we're going to go 4-4-2 diamond with Casemiro sitting at the base, Amrabat and Mount on the two sides, and Fernandes at cam with Rashford and Højlund up front as strikers, maybe. But who knows? There's not even one thing. You can't look at Manchester United right now and say, oh, okay, all we need to do is change this one thing. Like, we just need to bring this one player in and then everything will change. Like, there's at least 4 ongoing problems at the moment on the pitch that Ten Hag needs to address, and some of them are outside of his control. Some of them are in his control. But yeah, we've just got to enjoy the show and bear witness to what we see. Rayhan, Maguire on the ball with Evans is bad unless Lindelof stays back. Yeah, I think Lindelof's probably going to have a similar role to what Amrabat had when he played at left back. So essentially, when Delo bombs forward, he's just going to sit back and will essentially have 3 at the back when Delo is making his way downtown. But that's what I'd hope. If Lindelof doesn't stay back, then how are we gonna play a high line with Maguire and Evans as the centre back partnership? It just doesn't. Nothing about this team makes sense, but it's what we've got to deal with. Love the streams. Big shout out, Rayhan. Appreciate it, man. Let's see what Erik ten Hag has had to say. Just got a few quotes coming in now. Okay, so yeah, Raphael Varane is absent with a minor problem. United fans are protesting against the Glazers outside of Old Trafford. Things you love to see. Erik ten Hag on Varane. He had a little problem. If there had been 2 or 3 more days between matches, he could have played, but there it was too short. Okay. Erik ten Hag on Maguire and Evans. There are changes of players, but not really from a tactical point of view. We don't have many choices at the back. Yeah, we all know the case with this. Yeah, nothing crazy's come out. Ilmi, by the way, off topic, did you change your mic as your sound is a bit different? I haven't changed my mic. Good different or bad different? Good different, that's good to hear. I haven't changed anything, I don't think. To be honest, I don't know how half of this technology shiz works, to be honest. But yeah, we've got 26 minutes till kick off. To be honest, it's become a bit of a thing with United where I think a lot of fans would just be happy with 3 points. So, do we really care if we sit back at home? Does anyone particularly have anything against that? Would we say, oh no, we need to push forward, or we shouldn't be getting dominated at home, or would we be happy to just literally fight for our lives to clinch? I see a 1-0 win today, in all honesty. More clear, that is good to hear. We need to push forward. We need to show them who's boss, don't we, Ilmi? You're absolutely right. SW, I see another 3-2 loss, to be honest. Brentford were bang average last week. Oh, come on, man. Don't ruin the pre-match vibes. Like, already we're going to experience the pain of the match. Gotta at least be delusional beforehand so we can enjoy it. I want to be optimistic. Okay, let me tell you why you should be optimistic, SW. Brentford have lost their last 5 away games against Man United in all competitions. A run that spans back to February 1937. Okay? So, history's on our side. There's no way that we lose this game. We're going to win 1-0 by a very convincing 1-0. And I'm sure nothing will go wrong from there. An absolutely dominating 1-0, I should say. SW, but I want to be optimistic, but I don't want to be depressed after. Yeah, it is a good stat. I mean, don't pay attention to the fact that their last win, even though it was in 1937, we've only played them 5 times, so it's not as impressive when you actually look into the stats. It's a bit bloated saying it's been 80 odd years, but we've only played them 5 times. But don't pay attention to that. We are going to win this game convincingly. If you haven't already, folks, drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. We're just getting started here at Old Truthford Inc. Old Truthford Incorporated. And yeah, we're going to be doing a live stream for every match this season. No matter how painful it gets, we'll be here. But yeah, so who are we saying for man of the match? Are we gonna see Amrabat at full force in his preferred centre midfield positioning? Are we gonna see that? Ilmi's going for Rasmus. Rasmus is the guy at the moment, to be honest, isn't he? Hoyland, man of the match. Everyone's on the Rasmus train, man. Okay, Rasmus to get us through. I feel sorry for these players, man. To be honest, I feel sorry. Like, I don't know what it does to the psychology of them, but surely a 20-year-old player joining a team and then hoping, oh yeah, I'm going to be in the Champions League, I'm going to do all this, and then he's losing like 3-2 to Galatasaray. I feel bad for him. Ilmi, yeah, he is one that is shining on the dark side. He's the only real thing to look forward to when you look at United games anymore, really. Rashford's been off the boil, even though he has picked up a couple of assists, ironically to Hoyland. But yeah, no. We need a big performance today. Erik ten Hag also had this to say about Mason Mount. So he is getting better and better from one training session to the next, and from one match to the next. I'm sure he will continue to improve, and we are convinced that he will do even better. We've still got a lot of players to hit their stride, so we've got a lot of things to look forward to. But I mean, we need them to to hit their stride pretty soon, because we're still yet to see United at their best this season, which makes it all the more painful. But I think here's a question for you guys. If Onana makes another mistake today, is there a legitimate call for the second choice goalkeeper to come into the side? I just want to know at what point people will actually think, okay, Onana needs to be dropped now. Because he's cost us essentially, not 6 points, because we probably would have got a draw against Bayern, but basically 4 points in the Champions League. So we could be going out of the Champions League as a result of just Onana. So it's not the best look. Okay, so Ilmi's going, yes, 100%. Viv, who doesn't? Are you saying Onana shouldn't be dropped, or? Tottenham have just picked up a 1-0 win as well against Luton. Yep, he shouldn't be dropped. Yeah, fair enough. I can see why people would say that. He is undoubtedly number one, but it's a hard one with goalkeepers because when you've got an undisputed number one, when they do make a mistake, how can they actually learn from it psychologically if they never get dropped? And it's not as though it's, they made the mistake because they're adapting or anything like that. It's just, they've just been such silly mistakes from him. So it's a hard one to call. Let's have a quick look at the league table. So we've got Tottenham on 20 points. Tottenham are undefeated this season. Tottenham are flying. Got Man City on 18 points. Arsenal on 17. Newcastle on 12 and we're on 9. Okay. Literally the only fan group we can actually talk to are Chelsea at the moment. Everyone else, we just ignore these. Suhan, I still think that Bayendia needs to get more starts, at least to see how his form is. He needs to get his chance. Yeah, 100%. I think Ten Hag came out and said that he was still adjusting to the standards of English football, whatever that should mean for a goalkeeper. But yeah, I think Bayendia should at least get an opportunity if it's not in the. But he won't get a chance in the Carabao Cup now because the next game's against Newcastle. So the FA Cup, is that the only one that we can really risk him in? Because he's not going to start in the Champions League. He's not going to start in the league when we need points. Bayendia's hardly going to get any minutes because every game's a must-win game at this point. Hopefully we just get an easy team in the FA Cup and he gets an opportunity there. Hilmi, I think he is not on his element and he should just sit down on the bench and just analyse the game. Yeah, I don't know why it is. Because everyone's willing to give him a second chance. Everyone knows that, the media were going to come for him and everything, but he's done it to himself. So at this point, he just literally can't afford to make another mistake. He's cost us 2 games, so Bayern Munich and Galatasaray now. So that's 2 strikes. He can't do another and then just expect everyone to get off his back. But yeah. Okay. But as for today, history, stats, heritage, football heritage is on our side. Will football heritage, the voodoo of football heritage, save us today? Because based on performances, we're going to lose. But if the aura of Manchester United, the history of Manchester United can do anything for us, it can hopefully get us a win today. We've still got Anthony to come off the bench as well, which is a thing to be hopeful for. So we could very well see in the game. Well, what I would like to see is if Mount's not performing at his best, Then Mount gets subbed off, Fernandes gets put in cam, Anthony goes right wing, and then immediately I think we'd be looking a lot better offensively. But yeah, the only thing we can really focus on is going out as attacking as possible, because if we try and sit back with that defense, we will crumble. And bro, that defense, yeah, don't don't mention it. We have no defender. I've said this a few times. We have no defenders on our bench. Manchester United have no defenders on their bench. How can it even get to this like level? Viv, I feel like Garnacho and Palestri need to start. I'd disagree there, because we've seen Garnacho start and he hasn't exactly lit the world on fire. Now, people can argue, okay, well, Rashford hasn't been that good this season either. Yeah, I'd agree. But Rashford has picked up a goal and 2 assists. And he is just about clicking with Højlund. So in the Bayern Munich game, he picked up an assist. In the Galatasaray game, he picked up an assist. They are starting to form somewhat of a connection here, Højlund and Rashford. So to take him out now, I think would be very foolish. And also, we've seen Garnacho start and he hasn't exactly lit the world on fire. So why would we start him again? I think Garnacho is a better option off the bench at this point, more so than Rashford would be. So yeah, that's why I wouldn't start Garnacho. As for Palistri, I think Palistri's got so close a couple of times, but he hasn't shown that killer instinct yet, which yeah, I'm still waiting to see from Palistri. So he's got to prove that to us. And would you take Eric Bailly now? I would, but I'm pretty sure we needed to sell him in order to get Amrabat. So I think we needed to get rid of Bailly. And even then, he's just another Varane. He's just injured every other week. So our defense. The story of our defense has just been a mixture of mediocrity and minor injuries, or just major injuries in Lisandro Martinez's case. I don't understand it though. There must be, because it's beyond a coincidence, the fact that we've had this amount of injuries so early on into a season. It isn't just a coincidence anymore. There's something behind it, and I don't know if that's just the build-up of games. We played a ridiculous amount of games last season. I don't know if it was down to that. I don't know if perhaps Ten Hag. I don't like the idea that Ten Hag's overtraining the players, and then when it comes to match days, they're not fit enough to actually show what they can do. Because, I mean, like, Ten Hag's a professional football coach. What are the odds that he doesn't know how to not overtrain players? It seems a bit of a lazy thought process. Ilmi, honestly, I did not know that we had Bailey on still team when we sold him this year. Yeah, exactly. But we've got an aura's chance in today's match. Hopefully, the aura of Manchester United can pull us through the fire and get us 3 points, and then what do we say? Are we in a race for top 4? Can we even class ourselves as in a race for top 4 if we win today? Lindelof has to work hard today. Shouldn't get put on his A. I think I think Lindelof's bound to get spun at some point. I'm going for a 1-0 win, Viv. What are you going for? And what are you going for, Anamph? I don't know if I've seen your prediction in the chat. And 3-1 to United. I know it's a lot to ask. It is a lot to ask, but I think we're going to see some Rashford x Højlund link-up play today, and it's going to be a beautiful sight to see. I want to see some triangles. I want to see... I quite think that Mount and Højlund will complement each other as well at some stage. I'd like to see them two work on their relationship on the pitch, because yeah, I think they're gonna have a proper link up this season once we get going. Viv, bad luck to predict, mate. Nah, it's not bad luck when you support the greatest team to have ever played a beautiful game, my friend. I mean, it's a sure thing. Don't pay attention to any of the other live streams that we've done, okay? Just pay attention to the now, the present. Live in the present. Don't think about the past. We will win 1-0 convincingly. And yeah, Onana's going to save a penalty. Why not? So we've got Eriksen on the bench, Pellistri, Martial, Garnacho. We've got a lot of attacking options on the bench, so we can go all out attack should we need it. Maguire bullet header from the corner. Now we're talking, Viv. now we're on the same page, okay? Maguire bicycle kick in the 90th minute. The thing dreams are made of. I'm not going to lie, I'm looking at Ten Hag do an interview right now, and it looks as though he has aged about 8 years since he joined Man United. I thought he looked like a very young... He's like 50 years old, isn't he? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, he's like 53. I thought he looked like a very young 53 when he joined, and now he's looking a bit... It looks as though he's had a few sleepless nights thinking about this defence. Jehan, he will do that into his own net. But clown Maguire, please. Don't say those types of things. Maguire, man of the match today. I'm saying it. I'm throwing it out there right now. Everyone's going on the Højlund train. Maguire, man of the match. 1-0 win. Resolute defence. People are going to be calling for him to be captain again. And then we go on to win the league. Okay? How about that? How about that, guys? I said it, yeah? I said it. And I don't know about Maguire unless he doesn't score an own goal. Guys, come on. Get the positivity up. Maguire's not going to put a foot wrong today, and people will study this match for years to come. Cheeky voice crack. Oh, man. Do you want to hear something funny, guys? Like, no one in my family follows sports other than me. Nobody, like, watches football, boxing, and any of that. But they all know I support Manchester United. And whenever we lose a match, my brother just constantly sends me memes of Manchester United and Harry Maguire. And Sometimes, I won't lie, I've blocked him. I've blocked him on WhatsApp, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Because this is what we have to put up with as Manchester United fans. But the glory days will return, and Harry Maguire will lead us there, even if he's not captain. Viv, my PE teacher, a Forest fan, is on my case. We're getting bantered by Forest fans. It's what? Oh. The state of it. Okay, 2 minutes till kickoff, and we're in the tunnel. Let's have a look at the players' body language. Yeah, Delo doing his virtue signalling, or I don't know if it's virtue signalling, doing his confidence signalling. Looking like a elite player. Hopefully he can actually perform like one today instead of just letting players roll him. That'd be good. And remember last year's foot? Don't. We don't talk about that, Ananth. That's for past. We're in the present now. We're about to pick up this 1-0 win. But yeah, I do remember. What a great day. Do you know what's sad? We haven't even faced too many big teams this season. We faced Arsenal, is it? Are we going to class Brighton as a big team now? Thank you for explaining the rules to Ananth, Jehan. Doing the Lord's work there. Well, the Brentford players look like they're licking their lips, jumping, just getting ready for the match. Based on their body language, they're rubbing their hands together. They look like they're focused. Now let's look at United players. Static, worried. Maguire shouting at Amrabat. That's that leadership I was talking about earlier. Okay, it's almost upon us. Our reckoning. Let's get this all set up. They are playing against Maguire. I would be biting my lips excited if I was playing against him as well. And not talking about past Discopian. We're Future FC, beginning today. The title charge begins today. Fingers crossed. We don't need luck, Ananth. No fingers crossed. No witchcraft here, please. No hyenas under the pitch. None of this. Juju. We just need to focus and we will win this match. Jehan, I play in goal and not particularly good though. and would still spin Maguire like a top. What type of goalkeeper are you, Jehan? Are you the Neuer? Are you the Onana? What are you going for? Okay, let's get the timer started. Hoyland forgot to do the knee there, which was a bit of an awkward moment. What's going on here? Okay, the first half begins. Maguire out wide to Lindelof. Lindelof is playing left back, it would appear. Evans to Onana. Onana to Casemiro to Maguire. And a low. Yep, back to Maguire. Maguire, perfect clearance there. Just what we like to see. Minute in, possession to Brentford. I mean, I'm no football expert, but surely a possession-based side, if they start off the half and they're starting with possession, then surely a possession-based side would be able to keep the ball longer than 40 seconds. Am I wrong? I don't know. Okay, Lindelof has already given the ball away. Mount rushes though, now Amrabat does. A lot of pressing going on. Jehan, nah. I am the David De Gea. Good reflexes and shot saving. No clangers though. Yet. And absolutely shiz with my feet. So who for the more football? What matches are we talking here? Are we talking 5 aside, 11 aside? Okay, long ball here for Brighton. Covered well by Johnny Evans. Evans to Fernandez to Evans to... I don't know who Evans was passing to there, but yep, Brentford have the ball again. 8 aside. He used to play in the uni team. Okay, fair play. Well, if I'm ever looking for a goalkeeper last minute, Jehan, yeah, I'll give you a bell. Sign you to Old Truthford FC. Viv, hate when we attack straight for them first. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either, to be honest. I'm expecting Rashford to have a good first half, though, considering he's not in the sunlight. And I have a 20-second lag. Oh, goodness. Ilmi's in the future again, but he's not going to spoil it for the rest of us, mere mortals, who can't see into the future. Okay, so Brentford, yep, they're definitely playing better than us. So we all expected to see that, didn't we? Jehan, and as a part of the tournament, we had kept a clean sheet and the match went to pens. Saved penalties and scored mine as well, unlike someone. Not naming any names. Not naming any names. David. Yeah. Well, we've not been able to. Oh, Rashford almost got through that. We've not been able to really build anything at the moment, which we're going to struggle to do because our defenders don't really know how to build from the back. So we should really be fighting for the ball in the middle of the pitch and then making the most of the opportunities. Bruno, right wing. The low cross. Oh, Rashford was attacking it, but wasn't able to get to it. Whatever I say and everybody says, I grew up watching him and loving him, like he's still one on play. Yeah, he's always going to be a legend. Harry Maguire. You are talking about Harry Maguire, right? Jehan's a huge fan of Harry Maguire, guys. Okay, well, Brentford just attempted a bicycle kick, but they're no Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire is supposed to be doing that, not Brentford. Delo, yeah, we're pinned at the back. Hoyland, good hold up to Mount. That's that link up I was talking about. Mount pushed. Furious with that. Harry for Brentford. Oh, no. Oh, did you mean De Gea, Jehan? Oh, I didn't know. I'm shocked that no big club has really offered De Gea a position, but I guess with the wages and with the landscape of how football's going, maybe just De Gea's, maybe the game's just outgrown him. But I'd love to know what amount of wages he was looking for, because surely to keep him at a second choice for United, that would have made us so much stronger this season. Yeah, where's that little rat bag Mackenzie, huh? Let me try something. I don't want you to get too upset without Mackenzie, Jehan. Okay, Brentford playing out the back way better than us, which we were always going to see. AWB, what's up? How's it going? How's it going, bro? Things are looking pretty bleak. We haven't really done anything. Brentford obviously the better footballing side at the moment. And yeah, we just can't build anything from the back, which means we have to build from a midfield. And yeah, just pray that, bloody hell, Lindelof diving in there like a headless chicken. Nobody's at right back now. Amrabat left back. Amrabat covering. Yeah, it's not looking good. Jehan, also, why nobody active on the admin's Angels group? To be honest, I don't think a lot of people know that I've even created it. What I'll do is, let me see. Let me see if that does anything for us. Oh yeah, it's a repeat AWB. It's just all the games are the same. We have no defenders from our first choice, and we've got no defenders on the bench. So we're just here for the ride, man. Just enjoy the entertainment. Harry Maguire will score a bicycle kick. Keep that in your mind. Yeah, or me. I got you guys. Yeah, I don't think I probably should have dropped a message because I don't know who's actually seen it. Jehan, as a suggestion, you should wait a sec. Mount corner? Oh no. As a suggestion, you should do a midweek stream or something. Show where we discuss United and the following week's games and reflect on how poor United played the previous week. No, good suggestion, man. I'm in the next international break, which is like the next 2 weeks or something. I'm going to make a proper content schedule because a lot of people message me on Instagram saying that they don't even know that I've got a YouTube channel as well. Because whenever I post directly on Instagram saying like, come over to the YouTube channel, the reach is like half as much. So I don't think the Instagram overlords like taking people away from their app. But yeah, 100%. I'll see if I can incorporate that into it. Oh. Okay, Lindelof. To Maguire. To Delo. Playing bet. Hoyland had a half chance there. Hoyland pressing. Ilmi, you need to shorten the URL of YouTube so the Instagram algorithm will not notice. Okay. Is that a cheeky little Instagram kind of thing? Viv, do you play FPL? So what's your team looking like? To be honest, I haven't played FPL in a couple of years because I just never really have the time to keep up with it. Hoyland's down here, which is not good to see. But yeah, I know a lot of people have been going on about FPL this year. Do you play FPL, Viv? And who have you got in your team? Let's see if you've got the ball knowledge or not. Okay, I'm going to check that out after the stream, Ilmi. I think Mackenzie said that he isn't going to join the stream today because he's got to go get his swimming certificates or something. I don't know. Did anyone else hear that, or was that just me? He's still currently using armbands, so yeah, good on him. Good on him. Viv carded and completely copied a professionals team. That's the problem with FPL though, isn't it, Viv? Because like, come on, like how can you it kind of, surely it takes the fun away from FPL when people just like look up what all of the professional players and stuff do, because I don't know, it's not as enjoyable if you're just like looking too much into it. But then again, having said it, some people just enjoy that. I don't know. Jehan, no. A win's a win, especially over. You guys are just sweating it, aren't you? Like you're just watching about 20 YouTube tutorials on how to win FPL. I respect the shithousery, but like, bloody hell. Brentford on the attack here. Good block from Evans. 15 minutes in. Has anything particularly? We haven't created any chances. Our defence look like they're one mistake away from falling apart. Brentford have definitely been the more attacking side of the two. And yeah, I guess this is us. Long shot there from Brentford, but it went wide. Viv, now my last 2 weeks have been shambles. So a bit of shizhouser is needed. Harry gate crashing people. Jehan, yeah, whoever comes last has to do the R9 haircut. I ain't going to work with that. There's no way that you've agreed to that, Jehan. No, nobody at work. No, there's no way that somebody's actually going to get that haircut. Placed 3 out of our 12 people. Oh my god. How? Nah. I don't understand. How would you agree to do that? You must have a lot of faith in your ball knowledge, man. I don't know if you could pay me to get that haircut. Fernandez to Casemiro to Evans, back to Maguire, back to Delo. Delo to Fernandez, Fernandez to Delo. Delo sprinting forward. Good desire to get to the ball. Cross was a bit meh. Rashford picks it up on the right wing. Can he find a cross for Højlund? Oh, he's dancing. Fernandez? Oh, Fernandez's cross didn't really land to anyone. We're looking a bit more threatening here now. Evans, good long ball to Fernandez. Evans has good distribution from the back, man. Delo to Fernandez to Delo. We've pinned back Brentford here. Mount to Amrabat, back to Evans. We just keep passing it back now. Okay, Brentford have come out a bit more. Go on, guys. Name some players that you've got in your FPL. Jehan, yes, lots of faith. And also, I know there are people who I will defo beat, so it's fine. I know there's really less risk there. It's already a 65-point lead. 0.32. Okay. That's not too bad then. Surely you just want to convince people who know nothing about football to join your FPL so they don't know what they're getting themselves into. Rashford picked up a corner there, very good. Driving down the left-hand side. Madders, Trips, Salah, Haaland, Digne, Cash. How long have you had Madders in your FPL for? Is that since the start of the season or? Fernandez, Cross, Maguire. 2. Almost landed for Hoyland. Since day dot. Man, J-Hand's about it. Okay, Brentford are on the counter-attack here. Yep. Fortunately, we had 4 players back. Rashford tracked back along with Deloitte. Was that all offside? What happened there? Ward Prowse as well. Okay. So you've definitely gone for the big stars, and then I'm guessing the rest of your team's just absolute trash. Or because there's no way you've got much money left after you've gone for the big stars like Cash. Ball knowledge 100. Goodness. Oh wait, so it's a free kick to Brentford. What can we do from here? Brentford cross. And it is out of here. Still 0-0. Definitely think the first team to score will probably win the game. So let's just hope that we can do it. Okay, Fernandez. 2, Mount. Oh, Mount, why did you take the shot, man? Should have shown a bit of composure there, and then he would have been able to get a better shot off. Yeah, you can see he's frustrated there. Cash is 4.8. So okay, fair enough. Fernandez cross, and it's into the side netting. Mount really should have shown a bit of composure there, and he would have been able to get a better shot off, but he tried to take it first time, and it ended up not resulting in a goal. The only thing that is going for us is that Brentford aren't very good in an attacking sense, it would appear. Need a Mountie, as Ollie would say. Go. Mountie. And he has gone for Trippier, Saka, Becker, Martinez, Rice Watkins, Matoma, Haaland, Estupinian, Diaby. Don't know about that team. You've got some big names in there, but Martinez probably wasn't the best bet, given the injury. Has it been 007 for Mount? Or is it way past that? It's in the league he's 007. He got an assist in, what was it? Was it the Carabao Cup when he got the assist for Casemiro. All of the games have kind of just merged into one for me. Yeah. So he hasn't got a goal or assist in the league yet, which is what the Chelsea fans are going to cling on to. Amrabat absolutely getting taken out there. Okay, Brentford on the attack. 25th minute when we've conceded goals before. Good reading from Lindelof. And it's a goal to Brentford, 25th minute again. Onana should have saved that. And we're 1-0 down to Brentford. Awesome. Great. Okay. Onana, literally, that ball was bobbling towards him. Anyone could have saved that. Jahan could have saved that in his 8-a-side team at uni. And Onana couldn't. Did the sun get in his eyes? Can we blame it on the sun? It's literally the 25th. We're watching. It's Groundhog Day. Oh my god. Oh my god, Onana is trash. Onana is so bad. He's so bad. Yeah, nah. Onana, that's... Oh my god. Okay, let's see it. Deflection, it's bouncing. Still, mate. Still. Yeah, look at him with his head in his hands. He can say all the motivational shiz he wants. Like, it doesn't matter. It's terrible. How are we 1-0 down? We know how we're 1-0 down, but we can't even blame the back four. Like, Lindelof kind of just passed it directly to a Brentford player when he was clearing, which was weird. But Onana, man. What? Okay, Højlund. Oh, I feel so bad for the attackers. I feel so bad. Okay, yeah, great. 1-0, let's change the score. Literally, as I said it, 25th minute, I knew it was coming. I knew. I saw the attack and I was like, I've seen this before. Oh my god. And we have no viable option at goalkeeper. Just literally re-signed De Gea. I don't care anymore. Like, Højlund, box. Oh, good feet. Mount. Two. No. We've got 9 points in the league. I will call out Victor for that as well. Yeah, the clearance was like, it was like he was doing a casual pass to his son or something. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do there. Oh my god. Onana is terrible. Onana he needs to be dropped. Like, this is 3 games now. 3 games where the outcome could be decided by his mistake. Now, he better be praying that... Oh, what's happening there? He better be praying that the outfield players get him out of this mess and people forget about it. Because if we lose this game because of that mistake, it's just nah. Onana is terrible. Onana out. Eric Ten Hag out. Ilmi, come on. You can't say Ten Hag out. You can say absolute shocking decision to sign Onana if this continues, but you can't say Ten Hag out. All started with Casemiro though. Horrible giveaway, says Charles. Yep, sloppy. Jehan reminds me of Maguire pulling Shaw in the Spurs game that shall not be talked about. Yeah. Marking his own player. Ilmi, Eric Ten Hag should resign. Mackenzie, good to see you, man. Sleeping, you're an absolute disgrace. Charles, what has Ten Hag done wrong? It's his players who are playing trash. He has no bench. The only thing you can blame Ten Hag for is actually signing Onana. That's the only thing. You can't really say anything bad about Ten Hag. From today, I am Eric out. Bloody hell, Ilmi, you've full on gone. AWB, can we get a refund for Onana? Hoyland. Good tackle. Charles, our entries starting back four is out. Their natural replacements, with the exceptions of Delo, are out. Yeah. Like, we all knew. I think the problem is, Charles, we'd all accept, okay, the defense isn't at their best. Like, we're going to show some frailty, all of this stuff. But to concede from a mistake is the thing where it's like, that's just a mess. Like, fair enough if we get outplayed. Fair enough if, okay, yeah, they're not quick enough. All of these other attributes. But when it comes to a shot going towards you that genuinely, I'm pretty sure, I'd say 80%, 90% of the people in this chat could save that shot. Like, nah, that's terrible. That's what makes it more frustrating. Not the fact that we're playing a weaker team, but it's just the mistakes. The amount of mistakes that have cost us this season. Mackenzie, I don't get this starting back four today. Why no Varane? Varane's got a minor knock, which is why he's out. And we have no defenders on the bench. So if any of these defenders pull up with an injury now, then yeah, we're looking at, I don't know, Amrabat back in the back four or whatever. Finlay, honestly, signed a hair back on a free transfer. Seriously, Onana is terrible. I if we had the money to do so, I would push that agenda 100%. But we just know that they're not going to spend that money, are they? Spineless. Jehan, Onana has to be blamed, but what was about our attack as well? You can't really, like, you can't say too much about the attack this game. Like, I mean, we've created like half chances. We haven't been amazing, but nah. It was the 25th minute, like, literally replay this once the stream's ended. I said it. I said 25th minute, it's going to happen. Like, it happens every time. We go into a game, we try and dominate possession, we don't do it very well. 25th minute, boom. We get lulled into a sense of complacency, boom, and then the opposition score. It's happened over and over and over again. like it's yeah, man. Let's see what people are saying. Ilmi, if this was any other manager, the manager will be sent to his home. But we're not getting outplayed, Ilmi. Like, the problem is you've got to look at all of the factors. So we're not really getting outplayed every game. So it's not something wrong with the style of football. We have like 13 injuries or whatever it is now at this point. And also we're making mistakes. With those three things that the manager isn't like really controlling, isn't in charge of, how can you say that the manager has to go? It's not it's not him who's impacting all of this stuff. The only thing now you could make an argument for is Ten Hag needs to drop Onana. And if he doesn't do that, then you can say, okay, well, if Onana makes another mistake, it's on Ten Hag. Because it's his choice if he keeps him in the team or not. The backup we brought in for left back is out. Yeah. Literally everyone is injured. I feel injured just watching this just watching this match. Like everyone who's actually somewhat involved with Manchester United seems to be picking up an injury. Doesn't matter if it's the player, probably the kitchen staff are calling in sick to work. I don't know. Like everyone is being touched by it. Realistically, we need a replacement for Varane also. We need a replacement for so many players, AWB, literally. But yeah, Varane to Saudi, get the 30 mil, get the 20 mil, whatever we can, and just reinvest it. Mackenzie, this team actually reeks. Yeah, it does. It's got weaker after the transfer window, which, again, you can push that down to the manager. Although it feels like it's got weaker, but it's because of the injuries. So again, you can't put that on the manager. But people may not like it, but it's not as easy as people think. It's not as easy as people think, but I think 90% of the goalkeepers in the league, no, 99% of the goalkeepers in the league make that save. The only thing you can say is, the sun may have been in his eyes, but... Oh, Rashford. Oh, Rashford, Matt, so close. Gets a shot off, wriggled past a few players, but couldn't get the goal. Charles, yes, but the system he wants to play that would utilise Onana's strengths not working at the moment. We're just getting the players for those positions. Yeah, exactly. So to say Ten Hag out now would be... I just completely disagree with it, because it's like saying a chef's food sucks when it's only like 20% done and he's chopping it up still. Like, what's the point? If we just keep doing that with managers without seeing their final vision of the team or seeing the chef's final dish, then there's no point. Well defended there by Maguire, well picked. De Gea needs to come back. He's stuck playing Siege at home. De Gea must literally be thinking, oh my God, there's so much space. There was so much space there for the Brentford player to take that shot off. It was lucky it was off target, because we know what happens if the shots are on target. He has wrists like breadsticks, paper hands, all of this stuff. Like, it's become a thing now. Mackenzie, big old rubber wrists here. Couldn't save a file on his computer. What the hell? Mackenzie, to be fair, we keep saying drop Onana, but I've seen clips of our backup playing. He just seems just as bad. Yeah, I know it doesn't mean that he's going to be better. But I think it's just more of a psychological thing for Onana that he needs to just sit out. He needs to sit out for at least one game to just be like, just to gather his thoughts, because he's not stopping at the moment. It's just there needs to be some kind of... I swear, Ten Hag's assistant looks like he's also aged about 20 years in the just over a year that he's been at United. We have no backup keeper. We do. Ilmi, 9 points. Eric needs to go. He's not going to go, man. I'm never going to be Eric Ten Hag out. Literally never. Because even if he does go, what's the alternative? Then we've just got a bunch of like half players that Eric Ten Hag wanted, half players from like Ollie's era. We've got Lindelof, who's still here from Mourinho's time. We've got Martial, who's still here from Van Gaal. Do you guys remember Louis Van Gaal? Like, what? this squad is just a mismatch of players. We need to keep a manager in for at least 4 to 5 seasons when all the players are his players. Brought in Arsenal's medical guy, and now we keep getting injured. Coincidence, Mackenzie? I don't know, man. Charles, a suitable backup. Sharma, Ten Hag needs to... No, he doesn't need to go. Shh. No. Jehan, the medical guy joined a few weeks or so back. Yeah, to be fair, we were picking up injuries before the medical guy joined. Can't give that conspiracy theory too much weight, but it is a funny one. Charles, we had 2 more than useful keepers and got rid of both for Onana. So Ten Hag goes and we replace him with who? Yeah, exactly. We can't... having Ten Hag out would not solve any of our problems. Well, you will be with me when we have 9 points out of 10 games. No, Ilmi, I will never be Ten Hag out. Like, I'm tired of doing the whole manager thing. Like, I didn't like it when it happened to Solskjaer because it was obvious that the players were making individual mistakes and it wasn't like the manager's fault for those mistakes. Like Maguire picking up red cards and doing all of this nonsense. And yeah, like Solskjaer got absolutely character assassinated by a bunch of United outlets, even though it was clear that he wasn't the problem. But and then we thought, oh yeah, let's bring in someone with tactics. Brought in the fan choice of Rangnick, and we were exactly the same. And if we get rid of Ten Hag, we will be exactly the same. It's I'm never going to be Ten Hag out until the Glazers are out. Ten Hag knows what he's doing, but these players do not. Exactly, Mackenzie. The rebuild was never going to be a 1 or 2 year project. Yeah, exactly. People got carried away last year. It's weird how like the expectations of fans like just are constantly up and down because going into the season with Ten Hag, people didn't have any expectations at all. It was kind of like, oh yeah, if we can get Champions League, that would be good. And then we got Champions League, a trophy, and we got to another final in the FA Cup. So suddenly the expectations are low. And then this season, we've gone into it thinking, oh yeah, we're going to win the league or we're going to challenge for the league. I don't think people evaluate all of the other aspects that go on inside football clubs, like the owners of a club saying that they're going to sell. And then the selling process lasts for about, has it been like a year? It's approaching a year since they said that they were going to sell the club. So, let's see. I'm trying to catch up with the chats. Ferguson will be back. Come on, Ilmi. Ferguson will never be back, especially after his wife, bless her soul. Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Kathy. And also, why would you want to put Sir Alex through that? Like, he's done enough for the club. Like, we're lucky he even turns up to United games anymore. Genuinely. Charles, Ten Hag is plagued with injury problems. Players on suspension, players refusing to train. He has not been able to lock down the back four since game 1. Rashford has been awful. Yeah, I think... Yeah. No, I'd agree with all of that, to be honest. Bruno's been awful. Casemiro's been awful. I think it all comes from the defence, though. If you've got a shaky defence and the defence is changing every single game, and we're trying to play a style of football where it's all about build from the back, it's got to affect the rest of the team. It's like the foundation of a house. You need it to be just solid, and you need to know where the players are going to be in certain positions, and then you can build from there. If it's not, then what can you do? Like, at that point, you do need moments of individual brilliance from the forwards, because it's not like we're going to be playing 30 passes, 40 passes, and then score football, is it? Like, we're never going to be able to do that when our defense changes every single game. People say the defender or goalkeeper have a problem, but even if we play 2x, we wouldn't score. That's how bad they are. But we've shown that we can score goals, like in the past few games. It's just the morale goes down as soon as we concede. Arsenal medic is a double agent. I agree we should give Erik ten Hag a time no matter what. Arsenal gave Arteta time and now he is delivering. The problem between Arsenal and United and comparing Arteta with Ten Hag is you look at the All or Nothing documentary, you look at all of this stuff, and Arsenal, well, number one, Mikel Arteta has Edu, who is he the football director? I think he's the football director. He's at least like somewhat relevant to his comparison would be John Murta or someone like that. And you've also got the owners, the Kroenkes, who are actually investing into the squad now that the stadium's been paid off and all of this stuff. Oh, Højlund was so close there. But you can't compare United with Arsenal because Arsenal actually have a footballing structure as well as, whether we like to admit it or not, a semi-decent manager who's very young and he's been a disciple of Pep and blah, blah, blah. But you can't compare the two because we've just got Ten Hag. Ten Hag is the only gem in Manchester United's crown right now. That's it. Like, that's all that we've got to look forward to. We know that he's a quality manager. He's got Ajax to a Champions League final. He's won a trophy in his first season at United when people pretty much said, "Oh, it'd be good if we got in the top four." Like, we should be building around Ten Hag rather than like saying Ten Hag out and all of this stuff, which is why I'm saying I will never be Ten Hag out. I'm Glazers out. And then, well, immediately I'm some certain players out who I think just aren't good enough. But the problem is we can't get rid of those players until we get rid of the Glazers because we won't have the money, we won't have the funds, we won't have the business like know-how of football to actually get all of this done. It's literally like we're sitting in a boat with holes in it and we're trying to throw the water out while also trying to keep the boat moving and not stop from sinking. Like, we can't do it until the Glazers go. And Ten Hag isn't responsible for that. The attack not scoring is not talked about enough. The problem is, Jehan, it's like in order to score and in order to have that freedom, that's the end of the first half. Bloody hell. Okay. Still 1-0 down. Ten Hag marching towards the tunnel. Yeah. In order to... The attack not scoring is not talked about enough, says Jehan. It's not our main cause of not winning, though. It's not as though like we're staying 0-0 up until the final minute and then we're conceding, or like, oh yeah, it's such a close game but we're not scoring. The problem is we're conceding so early at the same time of every single game. Literally, like, I don't want to say I'm Mystic Meg or anything. Go back, watch the stream when it gets to the 25th minute. I said we were going to concede. 10 seconds later, we concede from that attack from Brentford. It's too obvious. Like, it's happening every single time. And it's down to the defence. You can get Conte, Mancini, De Zerbi, Nagelsmann, Zidane. There are so many options, says Sharma. Yeah, and all of them would struggle. Some of them may bring immediate success, which Ten Hag's already done. He's already won a trophy in his first season. So why would we swap him out? Like, are you saying that if we sign any of those as managers, then we're going to suddenly become Premier League challengers? It's nonsense. Varane can't stay fit. Eriksen can't play a full 90. Difference is Eriksen was a free transfer, so he was always destined to be a squad player. He just played loads last season because we didn't really have an alternative. Mackenzie, none of those managers could come in and change anything about his team. Exactly. Green and gold till the club is sold. Amen, Viv. Dawit, the glazed donuts not leaving anytime soon. We have a long way to go. Yeah. The players we buy and the backroom staff simply aren't good enough, and that's the manager's fault first and foremost. Cost. I disagree, because I think if we had more funds and if we had more of a footballing structure and institution, then we could arguably get better players, and that responsibility is down to the Glazers. But I think the main problem is, looking at the summer transfer window, looking back on it, all of these players that we've signed are squad builders. Like, how many of them were actually first team starters? So first team starters, we're looking at Højlund, we're looking at Onana, and we're looking at Mount. Mount is still finding his feet in a team filled with turmoil already. Like, it's not all down to Mount coming in, which is why we're so bad. Højlund has been able to actually pick up a few goals, which is impressive for him considering the position he's in. And Onana he's been atrocious. He's been bad. He's been really bad. Eshaw, when De Gea made mistakes, we asked for his head. So why are people being sympathetic towards Onana? He should be dropped because he's out of form. The only argument against him not being dropped is that we don't know if the second choice goalkeeper is going to be even worse. Because, yeah, he could literally be even worse, and then we're just stuck in square one again. Ilmi, so it's okay to drop Sancho as he said something, but not Onana as he's a good boy is taking good. I think you're comparing apples and oranges there, because, like, I mean, again, like, Sancho got dropped because Ten Hag's trying to implement like an actual team spirit and strict rules, and this is how things work kind of thing. So the reason he got dropped was because of that, not because of footballing reasons, whereas Onana would be getting dropped because of footballing reasons. And if Onana's getting dropped because of quality, the question you've got to ask is Onana, even at his worst, still better than the second choice goalkeeper? That's what you've got to evaluate when deciding whether to drop him or not. Mackenzie, also, why are we not playing Anthony again? I get that he's just come back from a legal situation, but it's not like the Greenwood sit where he was out for years. Yeah, I would. That's a good question to ask, to be honest. I think. And in my opinion, the only answer to that question would be that Anthony hasn't been played because Ten Hag's trying to fit Mount into the team. Because if you take Mount out and put Fernandes in the midfield, his preferred position, and then put Anthony on the right wing, then yeah, some would argue that looks like a much stronger team. So that is something that you could question Ten Hag about. Come on, the manager is not in his right mind. He was out for like 2 weeks while he sat on the bench. Charles, it's not even what the Glazers have supposedly done, but what they have enough done. No investment in training facilities. They have never really fully backed any manager with their desired signings. Yep. My point is that we should give Erik Ten Hag time. We should get Glazers out. Yeah. Glazers out before Ten Hag out. I'm tired of the manager situation. I literally couldn't care less what other fans say about Ten Hag, because it's like they're not the ones who have been watching our games. They're literally just looking at results, not paying attention to any of the intangible factors, and they'll go, "Oh yeah, Erik Ten Hag out." La, 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 la. Like, who cares? I literally could not care less what other fans think about our club. We can drop Onana, but his replacement doesn't inspire confidence. Exactly, Charles. Erik ten Hag gets 4 seasons until I start to question whether he's the right manager. Yeah, I think that's fair. I personally said 5, but I can see 4 being the right amount as well. I think that's fair. Cost. Why so anti-Glazer? And again, not realise that they spend what the manager says. We overspend. They get the managers we want and cry about and sack them. Talk about the manager not addressing problem, which is the backroom staff. How can you blame the backroom staff for Onana like letting in a shot that was directly at him? It doesn't make any sense. Mackenzie. I feel like we're not scoring because Rashford is always trying to play Højlund in after the selfish criticism. We've seen it quite a lot, but then it's also just like it feels as though Ten Hag is saying to stick with the same. This is another thing that you could criticize Ten Hag for. It seems like Ten Hag is still telling the players to keep playing how he wants them to play, but that back 4, I don't think it can build from the back. I don't think it. Like you've got Lindelof playing out of position, and you've got Maguire and Evans. I don't know if Evans has ever played how Ten Hag wants him to play in his career. How's he going to pick that up in like what, a few weeks? It doesn't. None of it makes sense. Need better decision making from Rashford. Yep, agree. Charles, I'm sorry, but I will never try to justify or excuse for Glazer ownership. They have been dreadful. The club has made absolutely no progress under them. They take more out than they have put in. Yeah, 100%. I'm a United supporter fully till I die, but man, we have spent so much. We call Manchester United our club, but we spend more than them. We also hate them, bro. Think a sec. But it doesn't. But you're thinking like, okay, so let's put this into perspective. So when Pep Guardiola came into Manchester City, he was inheriting a Premier League winning squad pretty much, with Aguero, Yaya Toure, all of these players. And then he built from that squad with money invested. So imagine you're already on a level of like a 9 out of 10. And then you invest into it. And then you bring the squad up to a 9.5 out of 10. When Manchester United managers come into the squads and come in to take charge of Manchester United, the squad's at like a 6 out of 10. So yeah, you may invest so you may invest like an extra 100 mil, an extra 150 mil, which boosts the squad up to be a 7 out of 10. But then you've got to factor in all the players that are retiring and all the players from the other managers who have just dropped. So it's like, it's literally let me just pull up this bloody image. No, it's literally just like trying to empty a boat that's sinking and it's got loads of holes in with a bucket. You're not achieving anything. So it doesn't matter about how much money we spend because our rivals are spending the exact same money from a better position. Aaron, I swear I actually want to go to NASA and say, send me to another planet, please. Aramis, Onana got to wake up. No ifs or buts. He's looking dreadful. Yeah. How could anyone blame Onana for the goal? The defence were clearly in shambles and it was started from a Casemiro error. How could anyone blame Onana for the goal? Mate, the ball went directly to his hand and went in the net. What do you think the goalkeeper's there for? That's literally like the biggest, like, you could say the defence, sure, and the Casemiro, sure, but those are like minor errors. What Onana did was literally a mistake that led to a goal, like, directly. If you were dishing out the percentages of like blame, Onana's got to be up there with like 80 to 90% for that goal. Whereas Casemiro, anyone can misplace a pass. Like, Aaron, I will always back Ten Hag. There we go, boy. Ten Hag is not the issue, it's the team. Yep. not get me wrong, I'm always Glazers out. Don't worry, Omi, I know. Onana needs to wake up. Casemiro needs to wake up. There's absolutely nothing we can do about Maguire. And we asking Evans to play a worldie. Cost, I mean, we shouldn't have even sacked Ole at first place. He had us for most competitive. About the backroom staff, they are scouting, they are training personally. They are on a day-to-day basis train and interact with players mentally, physically, and really. Yeah, but you can give the players all the mental support you want. You can put them on the best training program. But what you can't do is you can't guarantee that when a ball goes towards that goalkeeper, he will save it. The only person responsible for that is the goalkeeper himself. So if he doesn't want to save himself, then... Well, that's the wrong phrase, because he obviously does want to save the ball, but he's just away with the fairies. I don't know what's wrong with him. Jahan, no, Mr. I want to fight for my place has to either start showing he can play like this or leave. Yep, yeah, it's true, Maguire. Casemiro's just finished now, and we made a bad buy, so let's just move on instead of playing him every game. It's hard because people will try and isolate it. People will try and isolate it and say, oh, okay, yeah, the problem with Manchester United is this one player, or it's this player, or it's that player. In reality, it's a mixture of everything, and we're seeing a mixture of different things happen every single game, which is causing this downfall. And yeah, we just have to put up with it. I definitely don't think Casemiro is just finished. Like, I think it's just a combination of everything. Cost. Wait a minute. So Glazers leave, Qatar come, and we have, let's say, blah blah, that many billions. I do not care. So do you think the Qatari would accept United playing 11 and losing every game with an okay manager? No, what I think would happen is that the Qataris would put more money into our transfer windows, which mean that we can actually bridge the gap between Man City and ourselves. I also think that they would invest into the club, so then it would be more appealing to other players and young players who are looking to start their careers off. I also think that, as we've seen with Newcastle, once you've got owners who actually care about the results, it just uplifts everyone in the squad. Like, you're seeing Dan Burns score in the Champions League. I think the mindset of the player, everything is just, all of it's just a cloud of mystery, really. Aaron, I literally expect us to lose every game until new ownership. Let's throw out a crazy conspiracy theory here, guys. What if we're tanking on purpose so it makes the Glazers sell the club? What if the players are literally saying, okay, let's just tank it. Let's literally tank it so that the Glazers sell the club, they stop asking for 6 billion because we'll be out of the Champions League, we'll be out of all of this stuff, and then in the long run, we win because we get new owners, and then we get people who actually care about the club, are looking to invest, and want us to win. Crazy conspiracy theory, but just throwing it out there. Mackenzie, get me Sergio Romero back and these performances stop. Sergio Romero, what a man. Cost, and to be honest, I don't know why we even kept McTominay if we never play him. Like, it would have been better to just grab the 30 mil from West Ham or whatever it was. This was supposed to be our run of games and we're losing them all. Yep, Casemiro is off for Ericsson, I believe. It will take time, about 3 years, and I think you are Mbappe or De Jong and see United give you an X amount of wage better than your club. Go search their results and see we are getting battered every game. Even if we have an infinite amount of money. Nah, I think money talks. If money can get players to the Saudi League, then they'll get players to United. Because there'll be a vision behind the club then. Because there's a vision behind Newcastle, there's a vision behind Man City. What's the vision behind United? Just spend 100 mil in the summer, hopefully win something. Aaron, maybe, or we are just that bad. Yeah. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, they started playing good even before they bought anyone. Sharma, Dan Burn, Joel Linton, and other Newcastle players. They started playing well after the fact, but yeah, I think that's what it can do for players though, because if you can see a vision of like, okay, perform and you will stay here, then everyone's up for it. But there's no vision of United anymore. It's just yeah. Okay, so second half's underway. Let's get this sorted. See if we can pull this at the right time. Okay, so we need 2 goals, and then we can forget about everything that we've seen here so far. But we can maybe be that gifted at acting, who knows? Oh, I don't know. And the Oscar goes to? Okay, Rashford down the left. Goes past one. Step overs. Cuts in. Passes it to Mount, who finds Delo. Delo cross. And it was blocked. But we're showing a lot more attacking intent. I think that Onana lag must be studied. Is he a robot connected to Wi-Fi? And because we have bad Wi-Fi, that's why he's lagging so much. I've heard crazier things, Cast. I've heard crazier things. Bruno takes the shot, but does he win a corner? Oh, that was offside. Calum, how's it going, man? It's like he's still suffering from jet lag. Oh, man. Why? We're literally watching the same thing over and over again every match. Adam, Mount needs to come off for Anthony because the left back is on a yellow. That's a good shout. I definitely want to see that. And then move Bruno into the cam position. New week, same United. Is he going to AFCON or not? There was a report saying that he was considering not going to AFCON because he wants to focus on United. Now, that opened the door to a lot of jokes from people saying, well, we hope that he does go to AFCON because he keeps conceding terrible goals and costing us points. So I think, yeah, I think it's getting to a point. It's getting to a point with Onana where he does need to I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Yeah, there was a report saying that he would not go to AFCON, but I don't know if I hope that he does or I hope that he doesn't. I don't even know what to make of it. New week, same United. Yep, good to see. Shot. Oh, long range shot from, was that Ericsson? That was a great shot. Spilled from the goalkeeper, but managed to collect it. I'm going to a Man United Bayern game at Old Trafford. Oh, God bless you, Caleb. God bless you. Hope you it should be a good one if we actually turn up. We should have a few players back from injury then as well, so got some hopes for it. What if Olte Bayendir actually comes in and he becomes our first choice goalkeeper? That'd be a term for the books or whatever the phrase is, wouldn't it? Got to stay positive. Mackenzie, I'd hope Olte is better than this Onana. If not, we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble, mate. Oh! Onana just dived for it, but fortunately Delo was there to clear. Good defending from him there. How do we go from winning the Golden Glove to this defense? Yeah. Oh, the problem... Yeah. The problem is, it is literally like, you can't even defend Onana at this point. Wayne Rooney back for the 24-25 season. Player manager. Honestly, unbiased opinion. No, it needs to be honestly. Very good. Okay. I think Sir Alex in goal. Again, why are people talking about Sir Alex coming back? Sir Alex in goal. Like, why do people just want to see the man suffer? What is wrong with people? Hoyland in the box. Trying to get past like 4 people. That was never gonna work. Calum, honestly, sign me for goalkeeper. Never played there before, but defo would be better. Lindelof, cross. Almost ended up with Fernandez. But how did Lindelof get in the box? What was he doing there? And Lindelof looks like he's injured. But he's like gingerly walking on it. Cross. Ends up with nothing. Please just give us a goal. Give us something to like celebrate. Delo on the right. To Amrabat. To Fernandez. To Amrabat. Evans. To Fernandez. Amrabat on the ball. To Fernandez. Down the right. Fernandez to Mount. Mount and Ericsson were getting into a similar position there, and they got a bit confused with each other. Brentford on the attack. Brentford. What formation are we playing here? It looks a bit... Onana collects the ball. Hello. Ericsson to Rashford down the left wing. What can Rashford do? Gets in. Oh, found the cross but didn't meet Ericsson with it. Mason Mount is fuming because the Brentford player went down in the box when he doesn't believe that he fouled him. Who can save us from here, guys? And don't say God. Realistically, Onana or Mount shouldn't have been signed. Would be an extra 100 mil, says Calum. Hoyland? Held the ball up too much. Cost? What are you talking about? Bloody Frank Lampard? What are you going on about? Amrabat to Mount down the right wing. Mount to Delo, back to Mount, back to Amrabat, back to Mount. It's like none of our players are moving anywhere. There's like 3 people defending. There's 3 people marking Mount at once. Maguire to Amrabat to Delo. Fernandez is moving around more on the pitch, so he's in a free roll. Fernandez nutmegs, but at what cost to give the ball away? Cool. Onana on the ball. Passes to Amrabat. Cool. That's worth 50 mil. Mount. Delo. Delo takes the shot. There was almost that Delo screamer that Mackenzie talks about. Okay, Anthony and Garnacho are coming on for Mount and Rashford. Now we're about to see some real flair here. The future of the Brazilian and Argentina team coming into Manchester United starting 11. Anthony picks up the ball immediately and passes to Delo. Maguire to Onana. To Delo. Future Getafe loan player Anthony on. Bloody hell, cast. How can we not break down a Brentford team? Caleb says. Onana to Ericsson. Ericsson to Delo. Anthony appears as though he was fouled there. Anthony wins the foul. All we need is to get one goal back in the next 15 minutes and we're on. Fernandez to Lindelof. to Delo. Delo to Anthony. What can he do? To Amrabat. To Anthony. Anthony cross. Finds Lindelof, who finds Fernandez. Fernandez gives the ball away. And Brentford are on the attack. Amrabat gets pulled down. Garnacho was calling for the ball there. Garnacho to Fernandez. Fernandez cross to Anthony. Anthony to Maguire. Maguire's cross in. And the goalkeeper collects after Lindelof. Lindelof pretty much headbutted the goalkeeper's rib. Okay, Lindelof's up. Yeah, Lindelof literally just headed the goalkeeper's rib. Yeah, that didn't look good. Charles, this is shaping up to be one of those games where we cannot find an opening. I think if we do manage to score a goal, then we will win the match. But yeah, it doesn't. We're not seeing really any pattern. We're just seeing a bunch of crosses. We're dependent on scoring a goal from Maguire crossing to Lindelof. Like, what? What is this? How the keeper kept hold of the ball is beyond me, says Viv. Yeah. Hopefully we can enter the international break with a high. Coming back, 1-0 down, 2-1 at home. I'm hoping we can do that. But do any of these players fill me with confidence? No. No, they don't. Martial coming on to do what exactly? Says Charles. Martial, he does his thing. Don't ask me what he does, but he does his thing, you know. He's just got that. He's just got that thing about him. Yeah. Martial, he knows what he's doing. AWB, nothing is going to change till we start getting some players back. Yeah. It's Groundhog Day. Amrabat to Ericsson. Ericsson to Fernandez. Fernandez, nutmeg. Fernandez shot. Oh, that was beautiful from Fernandez. Good save from the Brentford keeper. Okay. That should bring some life into us. Martial replaces Lindelof. Oh, wow. Old Trafford cheered as Marcus Rashford was substituted, apparently. This goal that we have conceded against Brentford, I think, is the first one in 80 odd years that we've. Oh, Anthony? Oh. AWB, I just hope we didn't pick up any more injuries during the. I hope we don't, pick up any more injuries during the international break. Knowing us, we will. But yeah, we just have to. Just have to take it, really, don't we? Amrabat to Garnacho. Garnacho almost found a cross to Anthony there. Ericsson to Maguire. Maguire forward to Anthony. Good ball from Maguire, to be fair to him. Anthony finds Delo in the box. Delo doing step overs, but again, Delo's crosses never find anyone. Delo can't cross a ball. It's not like it's one of his skills that he can find people. Like he can't find anyone. Lindelof going down the tunnel now. Okay, what can Martial do? Probably nothing, as we've seen countless times before. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if he can do anything. Evans, good defending. Throw in from Brentford here. And yeah. Another throw in. Header on. Ericsson away, good. Okay, Anthony's picked it up and he's sprinting down the line. He's trying to find someone. He's trying to find. Anthony tried to find Højlund, and then a foul was given against Højlund. Højlund doesn't believe he even touched the player. That does look like a bit of a light foul, in all honesty. That's one of the lightest fouls ever. Did he literally shoulder to shoulder? Yeah, that wasn't a foul. Poor decision making from a referee there, but again, we didn't lose this game because of a referee. "15 minutes to go. 2 goals. We just need 2 goals. Anthony cutting in. Passing back out to Delo. Delo, cross to Amrabat, who finds Garnacho. Garnacho shoots, but can't get it on target. Unlucky from Garnacho. Viv, Anthony should use his right more. It's a massive weakness, his weak foot. Yeah. He's still obviously, I think he's still our number one choice when it comes to right winger, but yeah, he definitely does need to work on that. Okay, I'm gonna release all of these player ratings and stuff like that. For the peeps on the Discord. Bruno Fernandes crosses. Martial went down in the box there, thinking that he won a penalty. Is it going to go to VAR? Fernandes shoots, but it's not on target. Martial looks as though he's adamant that was a penalty. Let's see what happened. What happened there? Can we get a replay? Martial's toe was stepped on, maybe? Yeah, I don't think that was given as a penalty. Okay. Aaron, another day, another loss. Bro, we're gonna win this 2-1. Simple stuff. Gonna make it look like it was easy when we win this 2-1. If we say it enough, 2-1 will happen. Okay, Martial to Anthony. Aaron says the tactics are just terrible. I would argue the wrist strength of Onana is worse. Okay, Brentford on the attack. Amrabat at left back. Absolutely paced past. And yeah, it's a goal kick for United. Okay, Garnacho on the left. What can he do? Not much. Okay, Maguire at the back. Maguire driving forward. Looking to do one of his cross-field balls, but slips. Garnacho. With two players marking him at any given time. To Martial. It would appear that whenever a United player gets on the ball within the Brentford third, he has three players on him at once. Onana on the ball. Low picking it up to Anthony. I mean, Anthony's obviously got his flaws when it comes to his game, but you can't deny that he's come on and actually looks pretty decent in comparison to some other people. Shot from Brentford, and it's a good save from Onana, although it was going directly at him, and it's meaningless now. It's like watching paint dry. Yeah, you said it. You said it best, Aaron. Onana, Bruno, and Rashford need to be benched next game. Anthony has only just come back, so don't expect much. Anthony works the hardest, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's what you get with Anthony as a minimum. Like, you're going to get a hard worker. Who do you even give man of the match to after today? Like, nobody's done anything. I think we should just play the 11 if any of them aren't injured, that won 3-0 against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. I think we should just stick with them, since they're the only side who have actually been able to win for like a month. Okay, we are literally just playing sideways football at the moment. Nobody's moving, nobody's making any runs, nobody's trying to do anything. Anthony? Shot. But I believe it was a corner? No? Yeah, okay, we've got a corner here. Don't worry, guys. McTominay is coming on for Amrabat. McTominay to score 2 goals in the dying minutes of the game. I'm here for it. The referee having a word with the Brentford players after Hoyland's covering the goalkeeper. Charles got up today thinking they can't possibly lose today, can they? I didn't. I mean, I'm keeping. I always try and keep the positivity, but I think I knew what was going to happen today. I think this was always going to happen. Scotty and Maguire with goals to win. That's what we like to hear, Viv. Gary, I never build expectations anymore. You can't trust this team, especially with all like the amount of characters that are out at the moment. You can't. I wouldn't bet on them. I wouldn't. We're just here to witness. This is what we've got to do, though. If we celebrate the Carabao Cup wins and say that we're back and all of this, then you gotta sit through the absolute nonsense that we're watching right now. Garnacho with a shot. Oh! McTominay! Was it McTominay? Goal! What, it's offside? No. No! Why? Please. Oh, please. Oh, no, don't be offside. Who's offside? Martial slip. Who's offside? Who scored? No, it's on. It's a goal. Surely? Oh, Martial. No, Martial flicked it onto the defender's knee. Oh, Martial's so clearly offside. Oh, yeah, that's 100% offside. Isn't it? What are they checking for? Surely that's offside. Is it not offside? Yeah, it's offside. Great. Oh my god. No. Oh. Oh, I thought McTominay scored. Oh, it's tragic. Martial was miles offside. Why did that even have to go? That's so blatant. Okay, Maguire punts it long. Okay, Fernandez on the ball. What can he do? Passes it to Delo. That's his first problem. Never pass to Delo. And we're on Anthony. Anthony passes it back to Fernandez. Fernandez to Maguire. Maguire. Cross. Finds Garnacho. Fair enough. Garnacho. Anthony took a shot with his left foot, which was terrible. That was shocking. It was like a baby took that shot. Viv, for a sec, I thought it was like you almost edged the McTominay Maguire goals into existence. Oh, look at the Brentford player is celebrating with challenges. Great for them. So happy for them. GG, Onana, the villain yet again. Yep. Yep, Onana is the villain. We're in the, I can't do the timer, but we're in the 92nd minute here with 4 minutes of added time to go for me. He may be begging to go African Cup of Nations now. Yeah. Okay, we've got 4 minutes to go. 92nd minute. What can we do? Brentford haven't won at Old Trafford ever, I think. Or not at least since like the 1940s. So surely history's on our side. We need the aura. The aura will save us. Just one goal. Just give us a draw. I'd take that. Okay. Fernandez. Cross. Okay, to Garnacho. Garnacho. Down the left wing. Garnacho dancing around. Garnacho, cross. Delo. McTominay. McTominay scores! McTominay! He's done it! 1-1. What a goal. McTominay with a striker's finish in the box. McTominay masterclass. What? It's happened. We're back. This is United. This is United. Oh, Garnacho with a beautiful skill down the left wing. Crosses in. Delo, first time shot, creating pandemonium. And then McTominay brings it down from the sky, Zidane-esque. Zidane-esque, and on the half volley, bam. Okay, McTominay deserves to stay in this squad. Look at Ten Hag. Look at what it means. 1-1. Okay, we just need one more goal in 2 minutes. Viv, psychic. He's the psychic, man. We just need Maguire to score. We just need Maguire to get a goal now, please. Oh, Garnacho. Bit of a slip there. Come on. Maguire. Maguire, long ranger. Please, the people need it. Ten Hag's looking like a very animated Sims character now. I don't know what he's saying, but... Mackenzie Scott. Scott rises to the challenge. Zidane-esque, picks it out from the sky, and then on the half volley, boom. Come on. Garnacho trying to wriggle past players again. How's he going to do that? Thrown from Garnacho. Oh, the ref's at least giving us a chance. Come on. Ericsson in the box. McTominay. Couldn't do anything there. Maguire, long ranger, please. Maguire, long ranger. Højlund almost pulled out. Martial. Oh. That shot was so weak. Shot was so weak. Wait, handball? Højlund? Wait, the Brentford player. Handball. Ilmi, if you've just spoilt this, I will find your kids. I swear. What's going on? Højlund. No. What's happening? There's so much chaos. Oh, I was hoping you said that there was a second goal. What's happening? What's happening? McTominay! McTominay just scored a second goal! It's 2-1! It's 2-1 to Manchester United! Oh my god! Oh my god! Scott McTominay in the last minute of extra time! And that's why he is here. 30 mil? No, we want 80. We want 80, West Ham. Oh, what? And he celebrates. And Onana's mistake is forgotten. What happened? Maguire assist. Maguire assist to McTominay goal. Oh my God, you couldn't write it. Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's art in motion. Look at it. Look at Ten Hag. Ten Hag celebrates. Ten Hag pumping. He's Ten Hag. Oh, things you love to say. McTominay, look at him. Oh, what a player. What a man. Scott McTominay, give him a life contract. I don't give a shit. Give McTominay a life contract at Manchester United. What was that? Maguire assisting McTominay. Two of the... Oh, beautiful. Legends. Legends of Manchester United. Brentford continue to not win at the Theatre of Dreams. 12 points. Let's look at that league table. Oh my God. Inject it in my veins. Oh my God, holy shit. Oh. Look at them. Look at the players run to embrace Scott McTominay. And we are 9th. The title challenge begins now. 4-1. 4 lost. We don't talk about that. Let's cover that up with the mouse. 4-1. 0 drawn. 12 points. We're coming back. We're coming back. You best believe it. Oh, Manchester United. Oh my God. Scott McTominay. Harry Maguire assisting Scott McTominay. Okay, cool. Guys, I need to process what we've just witnessed here. Well, Scott McTominay is clearly the man of the match. And this is why we follow the process. Everyone going, Ten Hag out, all of this nonsense because of an Onana mistake. 2-1, Manchester United. Ten Hag could have sold Maguire and McTominay to West Ham for 60 mil. Those 3 points were worth more than 60 mil, yeah? That came out of nowhere. Oh, look at Thomas Frank. Rumpelstiltskin looking mofo. Oh, you're so sad. Little Brentford. Oh, that's a shame. McTominay, what a man. Oh. And this is why we've kept McTominay. He said that he's still maturing. I believe him. I don't care. Give him a life contract. Give him a life contract. Oh, what a specimen of a man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'd go gay for McTominay. I said it. Okay. Like, what a man coming off the bench to do that. The state of it. I'm lost for words. Scott McTominay in the box is dangerous. It's dangerous. There's no excuse for playing him CDM now. We've got Amrabat. Now we've got Amrabat and Casemiro. There's no excuse for playing McTominay at CDM. Oh. Oh, McSauce just got McSaucy. Okay. I'm gonna Scott McBappe. I'd buy it. What a guy. Okay, guys. I didn't even have enough time to change the score. Oh, let me just do this real quick. Oh, it'd be my pleasure. We had to suffer through that to reach the end of the rainbow. But we did it. Oh, things you love to see. Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. Justice is restored to the universe. We always knew it was going to happen. Nobody doubted it at any point. And here we are. McTominay in full glory. Knee-sliding McTominay, which we haven't seen what feels like since that long ranger against Man City in the rain. We are here, and we are ready to challenge for the Premier League. 8 points. Oh, Tottenham have 8 points above us. What's that going to do? What difference is that going to make when we've got a full squad? The banter season is over. Now we've got a break. We all restore our mentality. We get back, we get better. And we take it from there. Don't pay attention to the -3 goal difference. We build from this. Oh, McTominay, what a man. I don't understand how it can get any better. I don't understand how it can get any better. Oh. On such an emotional day as well for the Manchester United family and people who are part of the club. I mean, with the news of everything with Sir Alex Ferguson's wife, the idea that Scott McTominay, the player that Sir Alex has openly backed, the Scottish player of Manchester United, to come in and score 2 goals, you couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. Like, mental scenes. The spirit of Scotland, the spirit of the unicorn, man. The spirit of the unicorn. Scottish Zidane. He plucked it out of the air like Zidane with that goal. Gentlemen, ladies, it's been a hell of a time. I'm going to end the stream here, but thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to be going live again in like 5-10 minutes to go through player ratings. But yeah, appreciate you all tuning in. What a game. What a bloody game. I'll see you soon. Manchester United continue to be the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game. I'll see you in 5.